Hey, what's up guys? Today we're diving deep into something a little different, but super personal. If you're anywhere near your 30s or already past that milestone, you know what I'm talking about. There are these weird, almost superpowers we all just took for granted in our younger years. And then, suddenly, poof, they start fading away. But is it really all doom and gloom? Or is there a way to recapture some of that lost magic? I want to break down 7 of the most underrated buffs we lose as we get older. And, more importantly, what you can actually do to get them back, at least a little. Maybe you're noticing your energy isn't what it used to be, or you feel like making friends is suddenly a chore. Trust me, you're not alone. We'll talk about why these changes happen, how they impact our lives, and, with a bit of science and strategy, how to fight back. So whether you're still in your 20s and want to get ahead of the game, or you're already feeling some of these losses, stick around. You might just leave with a new game plan and maybe a little hope that your best days aren't actually behind you. Let's get into it. Let's start with a classic, the free recovery buff. Remember those days when you could stay up till 3 a.m., eat an entire pizza and bounce right back the next day? In your 20s, your body is basically running the latest firmware. Quick to heal, quick to recover, and pretty much immune to most consequences. I used to just shrug off late nights, and I'm guessing you did too. But after 30, man, it's a whole different ballgame. Suddenly, that all-nighter hits like a truck. The hangover lasts 2 days instead of 2 hours. Even a cheat meal can leave you feeling sluggish, bloated, or just off. Recovery isn't free anymore. It's a process, and the invoice comes due every time. Why does this happen? Well, a lot of it comes down to changes in our body's natural repair mechanisms. Collagen production slows, hormone levels shift, and metabolism takes a hit. Your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to. That's not just bad luck, it's biology. But here's the thing, you're not powerless. Recovery can still be hacked. Hydration becomes your best friend. Sleep isn't just nice, it's essential. Toss in some light exercise, even just stretching or walking, and your body will thank you. Supplements like magnesium and B vitamins can help, but the basics still matter most. What surprised me most is just how much routine helps. Prioritizing consistent sleep, eating whole foods, and keeping stress in check can all help rebuild some of that lost buff. It's not quite as effortless, but you can absolutely get closer to that feeling of waking up ready for anything. So, yeah, gone are the days of instant recovery. But with the right habits, you can bring back a chunk of that old resilience, and maybe even appreciate it more this time around. Next up is the effortless skinny buff. If you're like me, you probably never worried much about calories in your early 20s. Fast food, late-night snacks, random desserts, it all just disappeared, and somehow, your genes still fit. That's the magic of a fast metabolism and high muscle mass in youth. But after 30, the rules change overnight. Your metabolism slows down, your muscle mass naturally declines, and suddenly, that effortless lean look starts to fade. You can't just eat anything you want and expect your body to handle it. Trust me, I've tried. Here's what's happening. Every decade after 30, your body burns fewer calories at rest. Muscle tissue breaks down more quickly, unless you're actively maintaining it. It's not just about the food, it's about what your body does with it, and spoiler alert, it's not as forgiving as before. So how do you fight back? The answer is simple but not easy. Strength training, adding or maintaining muscle, is the single best way to boost your metabolism. Even basic bodyweight exercises make a difference. Combine that with a little more intention around food, more protein, fewer empty carbs, and you'll notice real changes. Don't get caught up in crash diets or magic supplements. It's about sustainable habits. Trade some of those fast food runs for home-cooked meals. Take the stairs when you can. Build muscle, and your metabolism will work for you, not against you. The best part? You might find yourself enjoying food more, not less, as you get creative about what fuels your body. It's not about losing the effortless skinny buff. It's about earning it back and keeping it for the long haul. Let's talk about the plasticity buff. In your 20s, learning new things felt like second nature. Pick up a new language? No problem. Try an instrument or master a new software. Easy. Your brain was basically a sponge, endless capacity to absorb, adapt, and retain. But after 30, that sponge starts to dry out a bit. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, slows down. Suddenly, memorizing a phone number or picking up a new hobby takes way more effort. It's not impossible, but it feels like your brain is switched into hard mode. Why does this happen? A lot of it is just evolution. The brain prioritizes efficiency as we age, focusing on what we already know instead of building new circuits from scratch. Plus, distractions and responsibilities pile up, making deep focus harder to find. But here's the good news: you can still train your brain. The trick is intentionality. Set aside dedicated time for learning and break big tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Spaced repetition and active recall, techniques used by memory champions, work at any age, but you have to commit. Stay curious. Challenge yourself with things that are just outside your comfort zone. Languages, music, coding, even puzzles, they all help keep your mind sharp. The more you use your brain, the more it adapts, even if it takes a little longer than before. And don't forget, community helps. Join a class, find a mentor, or learn with friends. Social learning not only makes it more fun, but also leverages accountability and shared progress to keep you motivated. So yeah, the plasticity buff isn't gone. It's just hidden under a few more layers. Dig for it, and you'll be surprised what your brain can still do. Ah, the friend buff. Back in school and college, friendships seemed to form out of thin air. You were surrounded by people your age, all going through the same stuff, and making friends was as easy as just showing up. College dorms, sports teams, even part-time jobs. Instant community. Instant squad. Fast forward to life after 30, and suddenly, making friends isn't effortless anymore. People move, careers take over, families grow, and free time just shrinks. It's not that you don't want friends, it's just that opportunities are way more limited. And old friendships, they can fade if you're not intentional. The science backs this up. As we get older, our social circles naturally shrink. We start to prioritize depth over breadth, choosing a few close connections over lots of acquaintances. But deep friendships still require effort, regular check-ins, shared experiences, vulnerability. So, how do you get the friend buff back? Start by reaching out. Don't be afraid to text first or suggest grabbing a coffee. Join clubs, classes, or even online communities centered around your interests. Volunteering is another underrated way to meet like-minded people. Consistency is key. Schedule regular get-togethers, even if it's just a quick call or a monthly dinner. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just make it happen. And honestly, be open to making new friends at any age. The people you meet now could have a huge impact on your next decade. Remember, friendship is a two-way street. Make an effort, and you'll be surprised how many people are looking for connection just like you. The friend buff isn't lost. It just needs a little more intention to activate. Let's talk about time dilation. When you're young, summers feel endless, school years drag on forever, every day is packed with new experiences, and time seems to stretch. But after 30, you blink, and a year goes by, routine takes over, and days start to blur together. Suddenly you're asking, where did all that time go? There's a psychological reason for this. Novelty stretches our perception of time. When everything is new classes, new friends, new adventures, your brain pays more attention, and time feels slower. As we get older and settle into routines, the days blend and years fly by. But here's a secret: you can hack the clock. The key is to build novelty back into your life. Try new things, travel to new places, switch up your schedule, or even just explore a new hobby. Every fresh experience creates a mental timestamp that slows down your perception of time. Documenting your experiences also helps. Journaling, taking photos, or making videos can preserve memories and make them feel more vivid. When you look back, those moments stand out, and the years don't feel so rushed. It's also about being present. Mindfulness, really paying attention to where you are and what you're doing, can help make even ordinary moments feel richer. It's not about chasing constant excitement, but about noticing the details in your everyday life. So if time feels like it's slipping away, shake things up. Seek out new experiences, big or small. You'll make time feel fuller, and life will feel a lot less like it's on fast forward. In your 20s, mistakes almost felt expected. Society forgave you, your friends forgave you, and most importantly, you forgave yourself. Change jobs, move cities, try something new and fail. No big deal, just part of figuring it out. That's the forgiveness buff. But after 30, the stakes feel higher. People expect you to have it together. Every mistake seems more costly, and you might find yourself being your own harshest critic. Self-judgment ramps up, and second chances feel harder to come by. Not just from others, but from yourself. Why does this shift happen? Partly it's about social expectations. By 30, you should have X, Y, and Z figured out. Partly it's just more responsibility. Family, career, finances. The margin for error feels smaller, and the pressure to get it right is real. But here's the thing. Everyone is still figuring it out. Perfection is a myth. The real loss isn't making mistakes. It's losing the willingness to try, and the grace to forgive yourself when things don't work out. So how do you get the forgiveness buff back? Practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that growth comes from failure, not from playing it safe. Talk to friends or mentors who've been through the same struggles. Their stories can help you see your own in a new light. And don't forget, sometimes the people around you are more forgiving than you think. Be honest about your mistakes. Own them, learn from them, and move forward. The more you forgive yourself, the easier it is for others to do the same. The forgiveness buff isn't gone, it just takes a little more courage to activate as you get older. But it's still there, and it's as powerful as ever. Finally, let's talk about the invincibility buff. In your youth, you felt untouchable. Risks didn't seem risky, and the future was an abstract idea, far off and almost infinite. It's a kind of superpower, that sense that nothing truly bad can happen to you. But after 30, the world changes. You start to experience loss, maybe a loved one, maybe just opportunities that passed by. Health issues become real, not theoretical. The concept of time is finite shifts from a cliche to something you actually feel in your bones. This isn't all bad. Facing mortality can actually be clarifying. It's a wake-up call to focus on what really matters, to stop putting things off, to prioritize health and relationships, to live with more intention. But losing that feeling of invincibility can also bring anxiety and fear. It's easy to get stuck worrying about what could go wrong, rather than moving forward. The trick is to use this new awareness as motivation, not a roadblock. Start with small steps. Take care of your body, not because you're afraid, but because you want to enjoy as much good time as possible. Make plans, but don't forget to live in the moment. Tell people you care about them. Chase the experiences you've always wanted, instead of waiting for someday. The invincibility buff isn't about pretending you'll live forever. It's about embracing the fact that you won't, and living better because of it. That's a superpower worth earning. So, there you have it. 7 superpowers we all lose, or at least see fade after 30. But here's the real takeaway. Losing these buffs isn't the end of the story. With a little intention, some science, and a lot of self-compassion, you can actually get a lot of them back. Maybe not in exactly the same way, but honestly, maybe in a way that means more now than it did before. Life after 30 isn't about decline, it's about leveling up in new ways. You're not the same person you were in your 20s, and that's a good thing. You've got more experience, more perspective, and more power than you think. The real trick is to use it, to make new memories, build deeper connections, and keep learning, even when it's hard. So tell me, which buff are you grieving the loss of, and which one are you ready to pay for now? Let me know in the comments. Bye.